Hi, my name is Jeff Jones, and this video is to show you how to use the Saint scanner and the Saint exploit tool to successfully scan a Windows 2003 server and then compromise that server by running an exploit. So first I want to show you the setup that I have. And we go into my Microsoft Visio. What we have is Saint sitting on a Linux server. My computer right here. I'm going to web into the Saint to use that, and then we're going to scan the Windows 2003 server. So let me show you the Windows 2003 server. It's running on VM, and we want to log into that. Okay, so first thing we need to do is find out what the IP address is. We're going to assume in this demo that we already know the IP address, that we found that. So it is 192.168.1.17. So we'll write that down, and then we'll go into the Saint vulnerability scanner. So let's open up the Saint scanner, and as we see, we're in that, and what we're going to do is run a vulnerability scan first. So we have to open up and create a new session, and I'm going to name this Saint Demo 25. Okay, so we've created a new session, and we need to add our parameters for the scan. So we click on the scan button. So the first thing we want to do is we want to add the IP address of the device that we're going to scan. So I'll delete these, and then I'm going to add the IP address. Go ahead and add that, and then we're going to take a look at the policy that we're going to use. We use the heavy vulnerability scan. We do have a wide choice of different policies. So we have oval, legacy, compliance, and vulnerability scanning. We also can do information gathering. But I'm just going to go ahead and do the vulnerability scan. That's basically a combination of info gathering and vulnerability scanning. Firewall support. We are not behind a firewall, but I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at the default. And we are doing an unauthenticated scan. So this is to simulate more of what a hacker would do. You can do a authenticated vulnerability scan, and that will give you better test results, and it will reduce or may reduce false positives. So let's go ahead back and let's scan this. So right now we're scanning the Windows 2003 server. We're running a UDP and a TCP scan using Nmap, which is built into the Saint vulnerability scanner. This usually takes anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes per device. It's a very quick scan. So what we find is open ports. Okay, so that's over. So it took a little bit less time. So we're just going to continue with the report and analysis. And we're going to take a look at the vulnerabilities found. And you can look at these in a variety of different ways, but we're just going to go to the approximate danger level. And so what we can see is that we've got two found vulnerabilities. One is to gain root shell access, and the other is the ability to actually write files to the server. And then we have some possible exploits that we could use for maybe information gathering. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to exploit this right away, and we're going to pick the Windows Service Server MS08067 buffer overflow, because it's a newer vulnerability. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in and try to run this and see if we can exploit the server. So here we go. Exploit is running. So the maximum this will take is 240 seconds. So the exploit was successful, which is good. And we're going to go back. And that automatically puts us into the penetration testing tool that is included in Saint. And the great thing about Saint is it takes all the vulnerability information and immediately puts it in the penetration test. So what we're going to do is we're going to check out our connections. We actually made two connections. I believe this one is an older one. So I'm just going to stop that and disconnect it. So this is what we can do. We can do a command prompt. We can look at File Manager, do a screen capture. We can start a persistent tunnel that will keep the reverse shell open as long as the machine's not powered off or taken off the network. And of course we can disconnect. So the first thing I want to do is just show you to make sure that we actually have penetrated the Windows 2003 server. We're going to open a command prompt. Also notice we have admin root privileges. So we're going to go ahead and just launch that. It's going to take 1 second to load. Okay, you're presented with a blank screen. So we're just going to use Windows commands. So let's do an IP config. We're just going to hit enter to run that. There you go. So we're definitely in the Windows 2003 server. We're in the System32 directory under Windows, and we can do a dir, and we can see all the files and directories under the System32. So we're just going to close that. We can also do a go to the File Manager and actually use a GUI. This interface allows you to upload, download files. If you want to steal something, you can just go ahead and download it. You can rename files, and you can delete files. So if we go up here, go to the root directory, and you can see it's the C drive. All right, so again, we can do anything here. You could upload virus, do whatever. Click that, turn that off. And so we're going to do a screen capture. This is what we use when we do pen testing, to show the client that we actually have penetrated their device, and we use it as proof that that we got in. So I'm just going to fire that up. Okay, we've uploaded code to the Windows 2003 server, capturing the screen. And we're downloading the bitmap. Okay, and there we go. We have a picture of the Windows 2003 server desktop. So we use this as proof that we actually made the penetration. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at the Windows 2003 server, and you can see it's an exact screenshot. So let's go back to our window here, connections window. Let's go ahead and save this bitmap. We'll save it as a ping, and we'll save it as previously recorded ping that we captured. Okay, so that's that. We'll go back to connections. We'll shut off this screen, go back to connections. So the next video is going to cover how to create an admin user and turn on a remote desktop via the command line, so we can gain access, further access, and make ourselves a domain user and a domain admin. So thank you very much, and have a great day.